friends, my name is Olivia, but you probably already knew that because you clicked on this video. I'm so excited because today's video is just really special, really happy. We are starting the renovation process on our little baby boy's nursery. I don't think I've actually said that on YouTube yet, only over on Instagram. If you want to see our gender reveal, go over to Instagram. I will leave a little link to it below. But we're starting on sprucing this room up today. It's the smallest room in our house, and so we want to do something that's like simple but also still gives this blank white space a little bit of character. So a few things that we're gonna do to this room. First, we need to figure out what we're doing with the ceiling because we scraped off the popcorn texture. We want to do something special to it, so stay tuned as we decide what we're doing for that throughout this video. And then we're also going to be painting. So we picked two different paint colors just as a sample. This is Adirondack Blue, and this one is Dark Storm Cloud. Stay tuned to see which one we end up going with, or leave a comment below on which one you think we're gonna go with. They're so similar, but there's one that I like just a little bit more. So stay tuned for that. Oh, and those are both by BEHR paint, by the way, which you can just get at Home Depot, I think. Yeah, you can just get BEHR paint at Home Depot, nothing fancy. So I'm gonna be painting not everything, but probably the lower half of all of the walls, and what we are gonna do with those walls is something we've actually never done before. So we thought about doing like a board and batten or like a beadboard or like a shiplap, but we've kind of done all of those things before, and not that they're like tired or anything like that. We just kind of wanted to try something new and also try something really simple for this space. So we're actually gonna try something called picture frame molding. Never done it before, but it's very simple. We're gonna take you guys along for the process of how that works. It's basically just like a little box on the wall, and then we're just gonna add a trim piece up top to kind of separate the top of the wall from the bottom. So I'm really excited. Zach's gonna be working on that today. And other than that, we're gonna be doing the boring things, you know, like giving this room some updated outlets and maybe a new doorknob. I don't know. But I'm really excited to get started. And then after Zach finishes with his little woodworking project, I'm gonna start painting. So this is the molding we went with. It's called basswood panel molding, and we purchased it at Home Depot. I will leave a link to it below for you all. The first thing we did was cut the molding to length. We made our top and bottom piece of the box 28 inches wide and the sides 40 inches in height. Of course, you can pick a size that fits your room best. This is just what worked for our room size. We cut the corners at a 45-degree angle for each trim piece, and one thing we did to make sure the boxes were square was to line up the horizontal pieces and make sure that they were aligned. You can repeat this for the vertical pieces as well. Next, Zach set up his laser level to line up the top lines of the boxes to ensure that they'd be perfectly level, and then he measured and marked out the first corner. Our boxes were set about 8 inches apart, but this can vary depending on the size of your wall. To prepare the molding, he put a small amount of Liquid Nails Project adhesive on the back of the wood. This just helps it stay a bit more stuck on the wall than with just nails alone. He started with the top trim piece and then the left piece and nailed them in, and from there he put one nail in the top of the right trim piece and another on the left side of the bottom piece, and then made sure that they were aligned perfectly in the corners before he finished nailing everything in. Moving on to the next box, he repeated the same process. We use the Milwaukee brand brad nailer with 1-inch 18 gauge nails. These don't provide a lot of strength, but they really help hold the glue in place until it can dry. After all the boxes were done, he put up the top trim rail, and this is optional, but I personally think it really helps to define and separate the wall space. He used his laser level again here just to make sure that everything was perfectly straight and level, and keep in mind that a large box level will work just as well. The process for installing this was the same as the other molding pieces, just a small amount of liquid nails on the back and then nailing it in with the brad nailer. Alrighty, it is the next day. All of the little boxes are on the wall, or picture frame molding boxes, whatever you want to call them. It's art, it's woodworking art, and I think it looks really cool. Just to kind of like recap what Zach did. After he put up the boxes, he just went around and caulked along the edges. We didn't really think that was too exciting to film for you guys, but this just makes sure everything is nice and smooth before we paint, which is the next step. So we're gonna be painting from here all the way down, including the baseboards, to really just like ground that color. And this is like bold for me. I've never used the color blue before, and I've never painted like the majority of a wall blue. So let's hope this looks good. All right, you guys, it is the next day. Again, we did some touch-ups yesterday just on like this upper white part, did a second coat of the blue. We painted the trim. Zach put in some beautiful new outlets because the ones that were there before just, it was not cute. And now this is it. It's so cute. I mean, oh, I just love it so much. The color we ended up going with was dark storm cloud, which sounds like it would be sort of like a gray color, but it's actually like a nice dusty blue. So I would definitely recommend this color if you want like a muted blue that's like still rich in color, but not like, blue. So that's kind of what we're working with for right now. Next up is the ceiling. We already have the light fixture that we want. We ordered that quite a while ago, but the ceiling is still very unfinished. And so I think we're going to try something that we have never done before and try to install wallpaper on the ceiling. I know that sounds like a crazy ambitious goal, but why not? We wanted to do something fun and unique that's like a little different from the traditional like wallpaper on the wall, because it's called wallpaper. So we are ordering some samples today, and then we will pick up right after we get the samples. All right, you guys, it is a few days later, maybe a week later, and we ordered some samples from Loomwell. They make really cool and interesting like wallpaper and just fun little designs for spaces. And so we're going to attempt to try out some of these samples on the ceiling and see how they look. I haven't even opened this yet because I wanted my reaction to be authentic. So I believe we ordered 2 samples, 2 different ones. And these are just like peel and stick, so we'll be able to just like stick it up there, no commitments or anything like that. We'll be able to easily take it off. Okay. I've got the samples. Let me see. I feel like I already know which one I'm gonna like. Okay. Here are our 2 samples. So this one is like a plaid sort of design, which I think is so cute. And then this one has like, it's kind of like stitching. It kind of looks like stitching with like a more aged look in the middle. And then this one would end up looking kind of like a plaid design on the ceiling because all of the squares would look like this. So kind of the same thing, but this is a smaller plaid. This would be a bigger plaid. So let's stick them up and see. For one, let's see how this looks. So literally just peel and stick. Wow. No, the good thing is it literally can just like go right off. Easy peasy. Number 2. feel like I'm probably not gonna be the one applying the wallpaper if we go with one of these, because neither of those are straight, and I think I just got some dust in my eye. What are your thoughts?
My only concern with this one is that the white is a lot more blue than the cream in this wall.
True.
Which I like that one. I like the creamy texture of it because it matches with this more. But I'm just a little concerned that it's like too dark around the edges.
Right.
And it might be just like a little busy for the ceiling, but
we'll give it a minute, let it resonate with us. What do you guys think? 1 or 2? 1 or 2. It's here. We decided on one of these 2 wallpapers from Loomwell, and I'm so excited to show you guys which one we chose. So let's unbox it. Wow, it's still a mystery. Woohoo! Bam. We went with choice number 2. We're so excited. Alrighty, so we are going to get ready to install this on the ceiling, and then we are going to get to styling this room. We've been shopping for this room, and I think it is all finally about to come together. So check back for our full nursery reveal coming very soon, so you can see what the wallpaper looks like once it is all done. Thank you guys so much for watching this little renovating our nursery room video, and we will see you really soon. Probably, maybe, hopefully without a baby. We don't want him just yet, but very soon.